Hey guys, so this is my prediction video for the ladies figure skating event at the Beijing 2022 Olympics. Now, I'm just going to do the top 6 for the short program. Why? Because I've created a whole calculation system to try to figure out who's going to place where in the short program. And I'm just doing the top 6, right? So for the top 6, I have in first place, Kamila Valieva. Second place, surprisingly, I will explain why later, Kaori Sakamoto. In third place, Shcherbakova. In fourth place, Sasha Trusova. In fifth place, Loena Hendrickx. And in sixth place, Wakaba Higuchi. Okay, I'll explain why. So I've given each girl an accuracy rating based on the number of mistakes they've made in their program this season. But I'm just doing it based on ISU Grand Prix events and nationals. So Kamila Valieva scored 100% in accuracy because in ISU events and nationals, she made no mistakes in her short program. Her top score is 90.45 and her average score is 88.11. So I assume that she's going to skate clean. She's likely to skate clean at the Olympics, and she's likely to score between 88.11 and 90 or excess. So she could score more because there's still room for judges to give her even higher grade of execution points to beat that score, the score that she scored at Europeans. So Kaori Sakamoto, right, the reason why she's second, and she's only second by a bit, although Shcherbakova has a higher top score than her, Kaori Sakamoto has a higher average score than her and slightly higher accuracy. And also her top score wasn't that far behind Shcherbakova's top score. So I've put Kaori slightly ahead of Shcherbakova. I understand that Shcherbakova typically, if she can be clean, but this season she's been a bit inconsistent in the short program. So Kaori's scores are 79.23 is her highest score this season. Her average score is 75.65 and her accuracy rating is 95%. Now next is Shcherbakova. Her top score this season is 81.46, again, which is higher than Kaori's. Her average score is slightly lower than Kaori's at 75.05 and her accuracy rating is 93%. Sasha Trusova actually has a higher average score than both of them at 75.68. Her top score this season is slightly lower than both of them at 77.69 and her accuracy level is 56%. And it's because she tries the triple axel at every event. So in the short program, you can almost expect that Sasha Trusova is going to try the triple axel and you can expect her not to succeed because that's what's happened. However, it could be that she does land the triple axel, and if that's the case, then she can score right in the mid 80s, or maybe more, slightly less, but around about that score, and she could be right in the mix, to challenge Valieva, especially if she's able to land all the quads in her free skate. Realistically speaking, especially numerically speaking more so, she's actually the only person who can actually challenge Valieva. If she was to skate 2 programs back-to-back clean and Valieva was to make a couple of mistakes, I think she's more likely to be able to beat her than anybody else. But it's not like her programs are easy. So yeah, Trusova has 56% accuracy rating in the short program. Next is Loena Hendrickx, who has a top score this season of 76.25 and her average score is 71.43 and her accuracy rating is 91%, which is higher than Wakaba Higuchi. Now Wakaba Higuchi's scores were a bit more difficult to kind of like come to the conclusion because she went to an Austrian event where she scored 79.73, and I'm assuming she landed the triple axel because that's the only reason why I think that score would be justified. Her average score is 69.31, and her accuracy rating is actually lower than I expected at 57%. I think she does have a few calls on her jumps and things like that, so that's probably why the accuracy level is lower. So just to reiterate, in first place after the short program, I expect numerically in first place Kamila Valieva, in second place Kaori Sakamoto, in third place Anna Shcherbakova, in fourth place Sasha Trusova, in fifth place Loena Hendrickx, and in sixth place Wakaba Higuchi. Now what I think will happen on the day is more like Valieva, then Shcherbakova, then Trusova, then Kaori, then Loena, and then Wakaba. That's what I think is more likely to happen after the short program. But we'll just have to see. A lot can happen. Ice is slippery, so I think it's going to be really exciting. I am legitimately so excited. I cannot even express how excited I am. I really can't. It's going to be so interesting. I'd really like to see what numbers come up for the long program, and I'd like to add it all together and see what happens. But I have a feeling that Kamila Valieva is going to win anyway, so just because she's been dominating so much this season. In terms of like who else, I don't know. I think Anna Shcherbakova is going to be on the podium. I don't know where, but I do think that the most risky person is definitely Trusova. Thinking about Wakaba, I just don't know. I don't know. This made it make a little bit more sense to me. But I hope you've gained something from this video. Have fun.